This is a Looney Studios podcast. Hello and welcome to Aerde Tales. I'm Hunter Looney, the Game Master. This show is a fantasy role-playing game that takes place on the planet of Aerde around the Renaissance period of that world. The stories, magic systems, species, etc. are of my own design, but some of the gameplay mechanics like stat categories, fall damage are either from or adapted from Dungeons & Dragons and Pathfinder, etc. I'm joined today by Leah.
Gamoree.
And Noah.
Salvazar.
Last time on our quest, our adventurers arrived in Blat. They had arrived a day early before the meeting Salvazar had been invited to, so they proceeded to check on some jobs, etc. around town, and came across a job to clear a beast or something out of the mine. They met with the foreperson and decided to start the task. They then proceeded into the mine, and in the mines they found a weird paluda that was similarly afflicted as the chimera they had vanquished a couple days ago. They dispatched it and unraveled a little more of the mystery surrounding these strange events. We rejoin our adventurers as they are waking up the next day after all of these events. They rented rooms in the same tavern and inn that they are meant to meet whomever at. It is now the day of the meeting. How would y'all like to proceed?
Wake up, eat a little, go back in my room, sleep.
You want to sleep more?
Yes. Cat person, obviously.
But today's the day of your meeting. You're just going to sleep through your meeting?
You said any time.
That's true. I did say that.
So yeah.
So y'all are going to go have breakfast now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You all proceed to head downstairs into the inn or tavern, and then you all are brought food that Pock had arranged to have come to your table. So you're sitting there with Pock and Omi and Barnaby, obviously, and you two.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go talk to the bartender.
Okay.
Hey, Curtis.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. Just was gonna check back with you and see if you...
Oh, yeah.
I kind of lowered my voice. I'm like, if you found anybody for me that deals with the dark arts?
So I have found somebody, but I have a 1 silver finder's fee for setting up this meeting. They will be able to be here at dinner if you pay this finder's fee, and they'll come here around dinner time to meet with you.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. And I just flick him a silver.
All right. I'll introduce you all around dinner time to this person then.
Okay, all right, thanks. I go back to the table and I'm like, Salvazar, do you want to just wait a little bit and then go have the meeting?
Can we hang around here a little bit? And I can take a cat nap to the side.
Sure. Okay, so we're just gonna hang out and Salvazar's gonna take a nap at the table. And I just kind of watch the flow of people coming in and out and observe, I guess.
Alright, so what you see is how long you want this cat nap to take? How many hours? 1, 2, 3 hours. Okay. So for the next 3 hours or so, you have some conversations with Pock and Omi, and you observe a bunch of dwargas coming in and out and having brunch and breakfast and stuff. Some of them before work, some of them getting off work and stuff. And you see nothing out of the ordinary. I rolled a check for you. Nothing out of the ordinary or anything coming in and out. Nothing that would heighten your senses about what is the nature of this meeting, and doesn't seem to be the people you would be meeting with or hanging around either in this space.
Okay. So it's now afternoon?
It's now right before lunch.
Okay. You good to go now, Salvazar?
Uh-huh.
Got your rest?
Yep.
Okay. Alright. So I'm like, well, this is your invitation, so I'm just gonna follow you.
Okay. So I go up to the bartender.
Okay.
And I ask, do you have anything to cure the darkness?
So Curtis raises an eyebrow and he goes, I may have something in the bag. Are you sure?
Only light can root out darkness.
He goes, all right. Who's coming with you?
Gamoree?
Okay. Is Barnaby?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. He gets you all, and he takes you to a doorway that was right near where y'all were sitting, and unlocks it, and proceeds to lead you all through there.
Okay.
All right. So you all are led through the door that's right near where you all were just sitting, and you proceed down this longish little hallway, and then the Minotaur opens a door and ushers you all in. The three of you walk in, and the Minotaur shuts the door behind you and leaves. And as you walk down these stairs and stuff, in this room you see there's two individuals and a table where one of them sits with two chairs opposite of them on the side of the table that you all are approaching. You are ushered in, and as you further surveil the room, you see that two cups are on the table, and a Pumanoid is, the cat people that Salvazar are, is leaning against the wall behind, off to the side of where the individual is sitting at the table. Neither of you recognize this Pumanoid. And the person seated at the table motions for you to have a seat. Do you all sit down?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As you sit down, you notice that the person sitting across from you is a approximately 6 foot tall Adora with light wisteria purple skin and horns that extend from both of their temples, and these horns run towards the back of their head, and they have glasses on and are holding some papers. And they begin by saying, "Hello, my name is Alec DeCiso. This is my bodyguard here behind me. They don't talk almost at all. You two must be Salvazar and Gamoree. We have been watching your actions quite closely. I have some business to discuss with you, business that could end up rewarding you very handsomely." Well, that's always been a weird saying to me. Why use the word handsomely? Anyways, I'm going to level with you. To have this meeting, I'm going to need for you to drink this drink here. It's a truth serum, drink, potion, whatever you want to call it. It will force you to tell the truth if you begin speaking, but it cannot force you to speak, though. You can try to fight its hold over you, but I will be able to tell if it actually has taken effect. So here's the choice. You can stay and have the meeting by drinking this, or you all are free to go. No strings attached. Also, however you answer my questions, you will also be free to go. Think of this as a job interview. If you are not right for the job, then you leave. If you are a good fit, you stay and we continue to talk. Do you have any questions before we start? There will also be time at the end for some questions as well.
Yes. I'm going to need to ask a few questions.
Yes, Gamoree.
Um,
I'm Alec.
yes. And can you tell me more about yourself?
I would be more than able to tell you more about myself. We maybe could trade questions or so if we start this interview. I
Well,
don't want to say too much.
You have to understand, we don't know you, and we've walked into this room and you're asking us to drink something that we don't know what it is.
Well, I told you it's a...
Well, yes, you told us that it's a truth serum.
Do you want to? Do you believe them?
Also,
do you want to roll if you believe them?
But also, like, not knowing, like, what you're about.
Just roll.
Do you want to roll if you believe them or not?
If I believe them, what?
That it's truth serum?
Sure.
All right, so this will be an insight check, and our table rules are that I roll insight checks for you all, so that I can tell you whether you believe them or not. So I'm going to roll over here.
Mm-hmm.
Gamoree, you get a +0 to.
Cool.
You believe them that it is truth serum, or potion, or truth potion, whatever you want to call it. You do believe them.
Okay. But, okay.
We'll drink the potion as long as you drink it with us.
As you can see, I only have brought 2 cups here, but I will be more than willing to answer your questions. And you being the artist that you are with such jobs and whatnot, you should be easily able to discern whether or not I'm telling the truth. No?
I don't know. Depends.
Somebody that is so well versed in lies and sneaking about should be able to tell whether or not I am.
I roll for my, if I believe them or not.
Believe them that. What are you wondering if you believe them? And I roll for you, remember?
Uh-huh.
What are you wondering if you believe them about? Just everything?
Yeah.
Just a general
just
feel?
like if they have good intentions for us.
Yeah.
You seem to believe that they're on the level that they will let you leave and stuff, no matter how you answer these questions, and that this is generally going to go about the way they've said it is.
Okay.
Does it really scare you all that I do the rolls back here?
Mm-hmm.
Good, because you should be as like...
Alec, can
Yes?
can I drink it first and you ask me questions first? And we both not drink it at the same time.
Oh, okay. So you're concerned that this may be poison or something, correct?
Yes. Yeah, and actually, I would like Salvazar to go first, because then I could heal him.
Okay, of course. If we can do that and allow Salvazar to drink it first and wait a requisite amount of time to make sure he doesn't die, of course. Would you like
does
to
that sound
drink?
good?
Yeah, sure.
You down the drink?
Yeah.
All right.
Just
You take the drink. Are you going to allow it to take its hold over you, or are you going to fight it? Because they said they could tell if it took its hold over you.
I'm just gonna let it be.
All right. So just so you know, from this point onward, you have to answer 100% honestly if you choose to open your mouth and start speaking. You can choose not to respond, and that it won't force you to say words. And Alec goes, "Are you satisfied that he has not dropped dead yet?"
Well, we'll see.
All right.
But you can continue.
I'll ask one question, and then we'll allow the time to, however long you want to see if he does or does not die. Of course.
Okay.
All right. Let's start with an easy one. What is your full name?
Salvazar Siva. The first.
Good. All right, how much longer would you like to wait to see if he dies?
You can continue to question him first.
Oh, no. If we're going to have this job interview, I need both of you all speaking honestly.
I want to wait 10 more minutes.
All right? You all can sit there patiently, and Alec just makes some notes, and y'all just sit there in an awkward silence,
Cool.
waiting for the job interview to start, as
Sounds
one
good.
does in awkwardness. During this time, nothing happened. Barnaby wanders over to the other Pumanoid person. They lean down and pet Barnaby and are generally nice to Barnaby. Barnaby then wanders back over to you in that 10 minutes. Nothing sketchy happens. Salvazar does not die.
Good. Okay. All right. I'll drink it.
All right, you down it. Are you going to try to fight it, or are you just going to let it take its hold over you?
I mean, I guess I'll just let it.
All right. So once again, here's the stipulation.
I don't like this.
If you open your mouth,
Uh-huh.
you have to say the truth
I
to the answer.
understand.
Okay. Just, it doesn't force you to say stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So what is your full name then?
Gamoree, Galdur.
All right. All right. Let's start with the round of questions. And from here on out, if you do so wish, if you're so concerned, we can trade questions if you'd like to ask me a question as well. Mm-hmm. Would that be...
Who gave you this paper of this meeting?
Okay. That'll be your all's first one. Let me ask my first one, and then that'll be the... Does that sound...
I was just asking Noah. Or you.
You're asking out of character?
Yeah.
I think it'd be more fun to ask in character.
Fine, I'll ask it later.
All right. Okay, here's my first real question. Are you all aware of a 15,000 platinum assassination contract on an individual named Mushak Myong?
Yes.
Am I supposed to answer too?
You don't have to.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a question for me?
How did you first hear about us?
Oh, we, the person I work for and our company keep an eye on individuals that show certain talents. And so, knowing of those certain talents, we thought we'd reach out, and I found out you all were in the Underhove with Ayush, so I quickly dispatched a letter and paid her quite handsomely to get that letter into Salvazar's hands.
Okay.
All right, next question. Were or are you all planning to complete the contract to collect this reward?
No.
No.
All right, do you all have a question for me?
No.
No? Okay.
Wait, Salvazar said no. Gamoree did not say no.
Okay.
Who's your company?
A very good question. I work for Aveen.
Okay. Who's that?
That's another question now, isn't it?
Fine.
All right, listen very carefully to this question so that you can easily answer it truthfully. If we were to hire you, give you resources and information, would you complete the contract and assassinate Mushak?
Why is assassinating Mushak so important?
Oh, that's another question. No, why don't you answer mine first?
No.
No.
Okay, well, what is your all's question this round?
Why is Mushak important to you?
Well, that's a very high price on old Mushak's head, isn't it?
Yeah.
I would be able to go and do a great many things with that amount of money. All right, next question. Have you seen Mushak since beginning your Omdala quest? It's also a little disconcerting that she knows you're on your Omdala quest as well. You remember?
Yes.
Okay. You can choose not to respond as well.
Yeah, I don't respond.
Well, you already said yes this time, but I'm just reminding you for future questions as well.
Okay.
And
This is going south. This is going south real quick.
all right. So do you have any questions for me?
Do you have a personal interest in Mushak, or you're only about money?
Well, I would say a personal interest.
Okay, can you describe that personal interest, or is that another question?
That's another question.
I figured.
All right. Now, remember the last question I asked was, have you seen Mushak? Now, this question is, have you spoken with and or interacted with Mushak since beginning your Omdala quest? And she looks you dead in the eye, Salvazar. Or they look you dead in the eyes, Salvazar.
I don't answer.
I don't either. I just look dead back at them.
Okay. Well, I guess if you don't answer my questions, you don't get a question this round. I'll move on.
Fine.
I can assume that by your all's responses that you may have spoken and interacted. I was going to ask you the nature of these conversations, but I can assume that you all are not going to answer those. Nope, okay. Or where that occurred. Nope, okay. And do you have plans to meet with her?
No.
All right. Now maybe this one's a little more fun. All right. Are you and Mushak planning to overthrow the rulers of your hometown of Using because they don't let that... Let me begin again. Are you and Mushak planning to overthrow the rulers of your hometown of Using because you don't like every child being forced to become an assassin or thief?
No.
Do you have plans?
That wasn't directed at me.
Okay, I'll
No.
ask you. Okay.
No.
Well, now that question could have easily been maneuvered around to tell the truth vocally but not actually mean it. Are you planning to overthrow the rulers of your hometown of Using?
No.
No.
Okay. She then looks, they then look over at their bodyguard and they shrug their shoulders. And they look over their bodyguard, they're like, What do you think? And they just nod their head and they go, okay. Salvazar. Well, yes, I forgot. You all answered a question of mine. Do you have a question for me?
Is your bodyguard from... What is it called?
Using?
Using?
Yes.
Why are they
Oh,
here?
that's another
Another
question.
question. Okay.
All right. If you were, this isn't on my pre-written list of questions to give you. If we were to give you information where Mushak was, what would you do?
I honestly don't know.
Nothing. I feel like that's my correct answer because I don't have that much of an investment in
Mushak.
Mushak.
Would you try to help Mushak?
Not really.
Would you try to harm Mushak?
No.
Does she need help?
I mean, anybody with a 15,000 price on their head, 15,000 platinum price on their head, seem like they would need some help.
I mean, maybe.
All right, with this,
I mean, we care about Mushak, but we don't know still what your investment is in her and what side you're on, and so question mark.
so I can understand if I'm trying to collect this bounty on her head. You seem to be opposed to interacting with me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. With that, they look over at their bodyguard again. And bodyguard just shakes their head yes. And then with that, their bodyguard, you see, starts to change. And then
It's Mojak!
what you see before you
What?
is Mushak Myong the first as well. And describe what she looks like. She is a female pumanoid with daffodil-colored fur, except around her mouth, which is white. She stands about 5'6". She's outfitted with robes, pants, a cloak, and some masks that aren't currently over her face, and a hood, all of which are varying colors of browns and tans. And she appears to be equipped with a sword sheathed at her waist. And as Salvazar knows, she is probably armed with more weapons that are not immediately discernible right now. So Alec pipes in again. She's like, you can understand why we would be a little hesitant to just start a meeting and know that this is Mushak right here.
Sure.
All right, so I ask you again, with Mushak in the room now, if Mushak was in the room, which she is now, what would you do?
Is she, though? Because...
Do you want to see if you believe that really is Mushak?
Yes.
Both of you?
Yep.
All right, it's an inside check as well, so...
Wait, do I get a plus on anything?
Both of you have met. So let's go with Gamoree first. You've met her once in passing. This looks and has the body language of Gamoree. Of Mushak.
Okay.
You, Salvazar, having grown up with Mushak and then seeing her recently, you are almost as certain as you could be that this is the real Mushak. You are like 99% sure. You couldn't be 100% sure, obviously. You're in a world of magic.
Yeah.
All right, so the question was...
But does Salvazar know if she has ever had the ability to, like, change or shapeshift before?
That is a valid question out of character. She, when you all met the one time over the last month, had said she had started learning magic.
Right.
So she could have learned this, or the person, Alec here, could have done the change so that to disguise them.
Do we see, can we tell if Alec has a wand or magical abilities?
You haven't seen a wand above the table.
Well, yeah. Okay. So what was your question? What do we do about it if she's here?
Exactly.
Hi, Mushak.
Hello, guys.
That's what I do about it.
Hello. Nice to see you all again.
Huh?
I haven't seen you all since we met in Amanzi.
Yeah, we heard that there was a bounty on you, so we've been worried about you.
Oh, yes. It has been quite eventful since I found out as well.
I'm sure. So, I just kind of like walk over a little closer to her. Well, I have to get up, right?
Yep.
And walk over, and I'm just kind of like
That's fine.
looking closer to see if
She's a little like making sure you were saying the right things and being truthful about it, but she's still like visibly like still defensive of anybody getting close to her since there's such a high price on her head.
Okay.
What are you going to do? You approached her.
I was just getting closer to see if I still think it's her.
You do.
Okay, cool. Can I give you a hug?
Sure.
Okay.
I didn't know we were there as friends, but okay.
Yeah, okay. I give her a hug. I'm just trying to, like, make her trust me.
Okay.
'Cause she doesn't know me.
She gives you a hug, and she's like,
Make more sense if you gave her a hug.
you
She your friend.
are you saying this in character?
Yeah. Salvazar. Get over here.
Sure.
All right. I guess it's a group hug.
Yep.
All right. Y'all have been itching to roll. I'm going to let you all just roll on how good of a hug you give her.
I got a 20.
Wait, you got a natural 20?
Yeah, I did.
16.
All right. Mushak feels very comforted by your hug and safe. And
Good.
that she can somewhat trust you all.
Okay.
And she actually starts crying a little
That
bit.
was the point.
And she's like,
Aw.
guys, I didn't know who to turn to. Alec here has been nice and trying to like help. But like I didn't know who else to reach out to. She looks at Salvazar, she goes, We have pretty much been told our whole lives to just go it alone. So we don't generally have any friends out here.
Yeah.
And when I saw you in Amanzi like a while ago, and you were nice and traveling with people, I was like, maybe Salvazar I could reach out to, and Salvazar could help. But then I had to find you after all this happened, and I've just been like watching my back, and it's been a scary couple of days. You know how good people are at assassinating from where we come from.
Yeah.
And with this high of a price, most people in the area of our training will be looking out to try to collect. And I have been freaking out. And you can see why I would be as cautious as I was with Alec and putting up this farce to try to see if y'all would hurt me.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I did not know what to think of all this when we walked in.
I thought Alec was trying to assassinate you.
It makes sense now. I did too. I thought she was just like I thought they were just like a money hungry person that was actually wanting to kill you. So
Alec leans back in their chair, puts their feet up on the desk, and is like, well, it just seems that was the part I was born to play. I seem to have acted rather well for what I needed to do. Mushak, do you need my services any longer? And Mushak goes, I don't think so. Could I travel with you guys?
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
All right. Thank you, Alec. Alec walks over, hands them a pendant. Hands Mushak a pendant. Like, if you ever need me again, simply press this gem in this pendant and allow for travel time, and I will show up. And with that, they go with their wand. They do a little flurry with their wand, and behind them, a portal opens up. And they go, I will take my leave now.
What?
They step through the portal, and the portal disappears.
It's Doctor Strange. God. I'm just like, my mouth is hung open and I'm just staring at where the portal was. Like, I want to be them one day.
Well, maybe Alex could teach you or something sometime how to open portals and whatnot.
Yeah. Wait, okay, so how did you meet Alec? And who are they? And what's happening?
Okay. Well, I have this room pretty much for the day, so we can take whatever time we need to clear up any inconsistencies or questions you may have. Alec is somebody I met on my travels, and they work for Aveen, which I don't know very much about, but maybe the next time we interact with Alec, you could ask more questions and whatnot.
Oh, yeah, I meant to do that.
But in my travels, I came across Alec, and they seemed nice and stuff, and they were one of my only people, even acquaintances, that I could maybe trust. Because they generally aren't driven by money.
How did you know that you could trust them, though, if you don't really know much about who they work for?
Oh, trust me. When I first talked to them and everything, she looks at Salvazar, she goes, I was ready, if anything went down, to end them and get out of there. Mm-hmm. And meeting one-on-one with a person, she looks at Salvazar again and goes, Salvazar and I can pretty handle ourselves in a one-on-one situation in close combat. She's had the same exact training that Salvazar has from birth, so
yeah.
she's like, I wasn't worried about that in meeting them one-on-one. Anytime, though, like, they would go off on their own or stuff, I would be worried that they would come back, because that is a lot of money. Mm-hmm. They'd come back with more people, and that might be a little harder to handle. Mm-hmm. But they never waned in their support and protection of me. And I'm here, and I'm alive.
And the shape-shifting, did you learn that from Alec?
I picked that up on my travels from a little wizard along the way. Helped me learn how to do that. I can cast it on myself. And
Was this little wizard a dog?
oh, are you talking about your companion that was traveling with you before? No, it was not. A valid question. Pock is very well known in the Port province and for his magical abilities, but no, it was not Pock.
Okay.
Right, do you have any other questions for me? Just if you all are concerned about me bringing unwanted attention to your group, I'll keep that other face up.
It's okay.
For as long as I need to, while we're out in public areas and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, in public areas would probably be good just for your own safety until we can figure something out. But, of course, when we're by ourselves, be yourself.
Okay. And we can trust Pock and anybody else.
No one else knows about the bounty, except for us two.
Okay. That would make sense.
But
like, generally, that would make sense that only assassins would know of assassination contracts.
That's true. Okay.
You all still traveling with Shay? I remember you all being with the Princess of Desmodon.
Yeah, MBD. We are, but we split up for a few towns to just be able to cover more ground, and then we were going to meet back up.
So after meeting her and stuff, I dug a little deeper into Shay. Did you know that over 200 years ago, she was a very famous fighter in the war, and she was known as Shay the Deathless?
I did not know that, but I'm not surprised.
And then she got turned into a vampire. Isn't that kind of ironic to have a nickname of the Deathless and now you're a vampire? That's really weird. And I started geeking out a little bit as I read history about her because she was ridiculous.
That's cool.
Sorry, I geeked out a little bit there.
It's okay.
So what are y'all's plans the rest of the day?
We are
nothing. we literally have nothing.
I'm sure Salvazar could you guys could catch up a little bit more if you want to, but I do have to go talk to the bartender again in a little bit. Curtis, I'm assuming that you trust him as well since he knows that you're back here, or...
Well, he knows my other face.
Ah.
And he mainly interacted with Alex to even cut down on that.
Okay.
So Alec had paid for the use of this room and secrecy for the whole day, and he didn't ask any questions.
Okay.
Having an extra room and making a little money off of it out of your storeroom that you're not using, who's going to question that?
Sure. Okay. Well, yeah, but anyway, I have a meeting with him set up later around dinner time because we're also trying to investigate some weird stuff has been going on with some animals being seemingly possessed and acting weird, and then when we kill them there's like this weird black like shadowy smoke that comes out of them. Have you seen anything like that?
She looks kind of like, what? Well, what face on her face? She's like, I have never heard of that happening ever. That is really weird.
Yeah, it's real weird. And the first time it happened, we were just kind of like, okay. And then it happened again. And we're like, oh, this is a thing. So we're trying to figure out, what it is and where it's coming from. And actually, we brought the last one here with us, cut up in pieces though, because we couldn't carry it all. So it's in storage. And we're going to have someone look at it, hopefully.
Well, I'd be happy to accompany you as your bodyguard. And she does air quotes. Off to the side and just observe. And pretty much, you have an extra hand to help if anything goes south or just extra eyes on stuff looking around.
Okay.
Try to make myself useful if you all are going to let me travel with you.
So I look at Salvazar and Mushak and I'm like, so what are we telling the rest of the group? Like Omi and Pak, and then including Shay when we do meet back up with Shay. Like, do we want to let them know so they can help us defend Mushak? Because we do trust them. And I'm mostly looking at Salvazar right now to see what he thinks.
I will say, whatever conversation you have with your compatriots, to maybe have that not in the tavern out at your tables today.
Well, yes.
But off to the side, maybe, or in between travels.
Because we're either going to have to just, make up something that, we met you randomly and you want to go on a journey, and so we're going to pay you to be our bodyguard or something. Or we can tell them...
I disagree with this whole entire thing. I feel like, hey, a person wants to join our party. Is it cool if they stay with us?
Just go with that easy of a message.
Yeah.
It's less stuff to keep track of.
Mm-hmm.
Not bodyguard?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good with whatever you all decide.
I was asking. Okay.
I can understand how Salvazar would be a little on edge right now. I have been dealing with this for a couple days now, and you all are just starting to think about all the things that could possibly happen.
Yeah.
And it's a lot.
Okay, so we're not telling our group that this is Mushak and that there's a bounty out on her. We're just going to say that it's someone that wanted to join our travels.
And Mushak, you might meet Che.
Okay. That is... Oh my gosh. I have so many questions for her. Why? And now I'm geeking out again. Oh, God. When do we get to meet Shay the Deathless?
Let's see. Like 4 or 5 days from now.
That's when y'all are supposed to meet them?
Yeah.
I will be anticipating that so much.
Okay, so what's your... Do you have a name for your alternate persona or
Bob.
Bob?
Bob.
That is... Okay.
What?
Really?
Is Bob not good? Is Bob not good, guys?
Maybe not.
Well, we don't want to go too much with a very common name and a very not so common
more
name.
Suspicion.
Okay. What about Bill?
No.
Okay, that's still a common name.
Okay.
More to the...
John.
Still a common name.
Mushi.
Yes.
That's too...
Sure.
No, that's too close to your actual name.
Okay, Moo.
Moo.
I have... I don't know.
You're not being very creative right now.
Bob was the first thing it came up with, and I just went with it. Ah.
It's okay. It's okay.
How about Alderon or...
Alderon?
Sure.
Oh, I don't even think I'll remember that.
Al.
Al. Okay.
Yeah.
Al. That
Okay.
seems really close to Bob, guys, but okay.
No, it's
Al.
not. It's not the same.
Maybe
Okay.
in alphabetical order, but like...
All right, so I'll go with I'm Al.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
That's the story we're sticking with, and I'm an adventurer that's joining the party. Okay, we got our story straight.
Yep.
Okay. Well, can we head back out to
Sure.
the inn?
Yes, it's easy enough to find your way out of this. It was one hallway and one door.
All right. And Mushak is going to change into Al
Yes.
and come with us? Okay.
Yeah, she waves her wand. She changes back to her form. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna go up to Puck and say, hey, we have a person that wants to join. His name's Al, and yeah. Is it okay if he joins?
Well, I work for you. So whatever you want to do.
You have the money to pay for rooms, so I just want to make sure.
I mean, Shay gave us a pretty good per diem. So I think we'll be fine.
Okay.
For one more night and one extra room, and then however many nights we're in Kaiju. Are we leaving? Have we done everything in this town? Are we leaving tomorrow morning?
Yeah, we should leave. Yeah, we can leave. Is that okay with everybody?
I mean, Omi she just goes, I'm just along for the ride. Whatever y'all want to do. And Al goes, yeah, I'm fine with whatever.
Okay. Well, Al,
And Barnaby goes,
well, Al, this is Puck and Omi and Barnaby.
And Al goes, I've already met Barnaby. Ooh, your boo,
That's true. Barnaby was in there with us. Forgot.
Wait. I should do what her voice is with Al. Well, I've already met. It's very fake. Well, I've already met Barnaby.
This is probably the one chance you get to sound like you're in the bayou or something.
Oh, that's what you... Well, I already done met old Barnaby.
No, don't use that.
I know, I'm not just... I did it for Noah right there.
Okay.
I'm trying to make a fake voice. So, we'll just go with what I already did.
Okay. All right. So, is it near dinner time yet?
Well, this meeting did not take that long, so it is just like they've just got lunch now at their table. They've literally been sitting here the whole time.
Okay.
You all have sat here pretty much since breakfast to lunch, except you all exited for a little, like an hour or so. That would have taken about an hour of talk and stuff. So
we also got some, and I whisper to Salvazar, I'm like, we also got some coin. in our pockets. Get some money to burn. I might go to is there a, this is a tiny town, isn't it? Is there a pet store? Or a familiar shop?
There is not. It's a mining town. It's not very...
What stores are here?
I mean, here's what you've got in this little mining town. You all stroll around town to try to kill some time before dinner. And you pretty much see a blacksmith.
That's it.
And a tavern and inn that you're staying at. And then, like, regular, like, bakery type deal, but, like, very, store. Like, yeah, like, real podunk little stores that mainly only carry stuff enough for people to survive in this little mining town.
Okay. Well, that was a fun trip around town. I guess we just hang out outside and
just kind of stroll around,
play
kill
with
time.
Barnaby.
Cool.
At some point, I like pull Al over to the side and we
How are you doing?
talk about.
Gamoree, thank you for letting me join you on this trip.
Sure.
I'm
pleasure.
Al.
Yes, we've met. Thank you.
You can fake not that hard, you know?
I don't know what you're talking about, Salvazar. We are in public.
Is Mishak the same age as...
She's
No,
a year
she's
older.
like a year older than me.
Yeah.
But I'm still taller.
You're so tall.
So Al goes, what did you want to talk about, Gamoree?
I'm going to pull Al aside and try to have a conversation.
Can I join in on that conversation?
Sure.
All right, so let's do that. And you're going to whisper it, I assume?
Yeah, I'm just whispering. And I'm like, Al,
yeah, what's up?
can we start, like, can you start teaching me how to shapeshift?
Is it okay if I don't use my fake voice while we're whispering?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, I was just making sure. Yeah, we could start trying to work on that. That's cool. Yeah.
Sweet.
I'm probably not going to have it up the whole time anyways. I'm probably going to put my mask up and my hood up and stuff when we're like traveling in between towns and stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Anything else?
See you later.
No.
All right. So I assume you all are just going to then you go around town and then try to kill time until it's close to dinner time, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you all head back to the inn. It's about dinner time now, and I assume you're gonna approach Curtis.
Yep. I'm like, hi again, Curtis.
I'll go get the person then.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Okay. And they just poke their head out the front door, and they like do a wave at the front door, and then they go back. They're like, "Are you just gonna sit down where y'all have been sitting down normally?"
Should we do this in here?
I mean,
how many people are in
meeting. They're just normal patrons sitting off to the side, away from y'all.
there? Okay, sure.
All right. So a little bit of time passes, and then you see come through the front door a 3-foot-tall Lutra, which is a bipedal otter humanoid, and it's this little old lady otter person with umber brown colored fur, and she's dressed in various browns and blacks, carrying a staff, and has a little like old lady like sweater on and a little purse as well. And you see that Curtis motions over towards your all's table, and she walks up to you using the staff to help her walk, and she's like, "Well, hello. I see. I was called over here to look at something for y'all.
Yeah. Hi.
Hello, I'm Greta."
Hello, this is I'm Gamoree. This is Salvazar and Al and Omi and Pock here.
Yeah.
And Omi and Pock.
Well, it's quite the gang you got here.
Yes, it is. So we wanted to ask you if you could check out something for us.
Is it in here?
It's not. It's outside.
Oh, okay. So she follows you back towards the stables where your cart and horses and everything are.
Okay.
She's like, okay, what do we got here? What you gonna show me?
So, have you heard about something? There was a creature in the mines and it was killing people.
So many lives.
That's what's in here, but it's dead and it's all chopped up.
Oh, y'all killed it?
Yeah, we did.
Well.
And this is not the first thing that we have seen like this. And so we wanted to get someone that's experienced in the dark arts. And are you? You are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Back in my younger years. Oh, yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
We don't need to go back in those days. What do you want from me, though?
Can you just take a look and then also take a look at my vials, which could be very dangerous. Obviously, you probably know that. Just don't open them.
Oh, okay. All right. So I assume you're gonna pull the tarp up.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a rank smell. Yeah, this looks like a dead Paluda on our hands. And you chopped it up real good. Are you trying to make a big stew out of this? Jeez.
No.
Because, this just looks like a regular Paluda to
Okay,
me.
so what about these? And I hold up the vials.
Oh, that looks like some black stuff in a vial. It kind of looks like Iker, though, but without doing some tests, and you told me not to open it, so...
Iker? What's that?
Yeah, it's like, when stuff is, like dark arts and whatnot are used, sometimes it can cause things to turn black, like this, and, then it kind of starts converting over to this black magical liquid called Iker. Black Iker.
So
That's what it looks like. I can't know for sure.
Okay, so if you could run tests on it, what could you find out? Hypothetically.
I don't have a proper lab here in this little rinky-dink town. Back in my younger days, though, I could have whatever you wanted to know. But
what do you need?
like a big city's lab or something.
Big city lab.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of retired from all this shenanigans.
Okay.
But that, it looks like Iker. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I got.
Okay, well, we appreciate you coming and taking a look. Is there anything I can get for your trouble? Do you want a meal before you go?
Oh, no, I got a nice stew cooking, but she holds out her hand. And she goes, I would like to be compensated for my time to walk over here on these old bones.
Well, of course. Even though we didn't find out anything, I kind of mumbled.
You found out it was Black Iker, probably.
Alright. What did I give her?
And she just kind of shakes her hand, does a come hither with her hand.
I give her a silver.
Oh, these are my old bones. I don't know if they're going to help my old bones make it back to my home.
I give her another silver.
Oh, that's better. Oh, I'm feeling quite sprightly now. I think I'll head back home. I thank you. And I'm glad I could help a little bit.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a good night. Good night, sweetie.
Oh
and
God.
she pats you on the shoulder and she starts hobbling off.
Wait, can't you even pat her on the shoulder?
Okay, she pats her on the hip.
That's good. That's a good point.
Well, she could probably reach it. Okay, she pats you on the middle back.
Sure. Okay.
Touche.
I turn to the rest of the group and I'm just like dying laughing.
Yeah, so I think the only people that accompanied out here was Omi and Al and you two.
Oh, okay.
Maybe Barbie. Pac probably was like, nah, I'm gonna sit here.
Alright, well that barely showed us anything, but maybe we can take it to someone in a bigger town to look at it.
Alright. Anything else y'all want to do today?
Nope.
No. Anything, Salvazar? Alright. Well, assuming, yeah, so y'all are going to finish eating, y'all pack up for the night, you're able to get Al/Mushak a room, and they're able to stay.
Oh, I would like to talk to Curtis about getting rid of that body.
Alright. Chris, like, what kind of body you need to get rid of?
It's the chopped up, what is it called?
Paluda.
It's the chopped up Paluda that we killed in the mine.
Oh, well. There might be some people that want to... I'll be happy to get rid of that for you.
Okay, it's starting to rot, so you might want to do it soon.
Okay. And I'll take care of that then.
Right,
it's back in our stables in your cart,
Yes.
I would assume.
Yes.
All right, I'll take care of that for you.
Okay.
Would you like any cleaning services done on your cart then as well?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea.
All right, I'll add it to your bill.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
So I assume after that and everything, you're all able to go up and rest peacefully for the night. And then that's where we're going to end. What is going on in the mines of Kalju, the next town over, that y'all were alerted to via the four-person? What has Shay and Lynn encountered on their expeditions? Will Mushak be okay? Find out on the next Aerde Tales episode. Alright, let's take care of a little housekeeping. Our adventurers encounter magical items, and I want to invite everyone to visit patreon.com/Looney Studios. The link is in the description, and on the front page there is a link to a Google form where anyone can submit an idea for a magical item. Anyone can do this. You don't have to be a patron. You can do this anonymously, or put your name or username to receive credit if we use it. Please add this to the list because this is one of Noah's favorite in-game activities, is getting new magical items. So add to that list. And while you're there, you can also check out Looney Studios' Patreon. If you become a patron, you can gain access to the podcast early, among many other perks. Speaking of Patreon, I would like to thank two of our patrons, Katrina and Renee. Thank you for supporting Looney Studios and Aerde Tale. And if you watch this episode on YouTube, you may have seen some maps, etc. Here is how they were made or where they came from. The overworld map was made using the software Wonderdraft, and maps and tokens were either directly from or adapted from assets from 2-Minute Tabletop and Dynamic Dungeons. 2-Minute Tabletop can be found at 2minutetabletop.com or patreon.com/2Minute Tabletop. Dynamic Dungeons can be found at patreon.com/Dynamic Dungeons. The links are in the descriptions. Visit them to check out their amazing work. Looney Studios can be found at looneystudios.com and at the social media platforms listed in the description. Please give a review on your favorite podcasting site, like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube, and submit magical items on our Patreon. The Looney family hopes you have a wonderful day. That was a Looney Studios podcast.